Nicki Minaj and Jake Paul controversies, Sir John and Bad Buddy debate. Nicki Minaj and Jake Paul's controversies, Sir John and Bad Buddy's debate. So first we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and makeup artist Sir John, and then we'll talk about the Jakes, both Logan, then Paul. All right, let's start with the celebrity makeup artist. There's a celebrity makeup artist. His name is Sir John, and he recently was on a podcast called Naked Beauty, and he talked about why he refuses to work with Nicki Minaj despite all of her fame and success. According to Sir John, his decision has nothing to do with any money or status. Instead, he claims it's about how people behind the scenes are being treated. Now, he alleges that Nicki has a pattern of being disrespectful towards staff and creative partners, including moments where she allegedly wiped lip gloss on other people's clothes because she didn't like the color. He also said that legendary director Hype Williams couldn't convince him to join her team. In his words, no amount of money was worth the stress.
And I've seen her abuse so many of my peers.
When you say abuse,
I don't like my lip gloss. I'm going to wipe it on your shirt. I don't like that you saying, hey, after you set everything up to do an amazing video, everything is set, and now you say, hey, I missed my dad's wake. I have to go to the funeral. He's already dead, isn't he? I can go. I'm trying to give you the edited version. I remember Hype Williams. He asked me, can I do something for him? I'm like, yeah, bro, whatever you need from me. Just name it. It's all good. I want you to do some makeup for Nicki Minaj. Hell no. No. I have turned her down more times than a little bit. A shout out to the Barbs or whatever. I love all you guys. I just don't think she's a really nice human. And if I know that, right, I'm not going to allow you to push me in any way. And I've seen her abuse so many of my peers.
No.
Abuse. And I'm keeping it real. That is something where to suffer that much abuse, it's just not okay.
No, she's missing like a sensitivity chip in her brain. There's something wrong.
Everyone has a price, and there's no money that I would take.
Now you got two sides with two totally different opinions. There are some people that say, we ride with Nicki Minaj no matter what. We love her. She's our queen. She can do what she wants to do. She could be friends with who she wants to be friends with. She can represent what other side she wants to represent. That's her personal life. We like her because she's a legend. And we like her music. Okay, that's what one side is saying. The other side, not so nice. Now, the other side, I'm going to call them the B team, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They feel like people are hurting right now, okay? Times are hard. It's hard for us to put food on the table. They are slowly erasing our culture. They're taking books out of libraries. Certain holidays are on the table. Less loans to go to college. Less reality TV shows for us. Less movies for us. We are going through it right now. And for her to sit back and watch this happen and say nothing, not only does she not help us, she says nothing about it. They're not rolling with it, okay? They are done with the Minaj. Now, I get both sides. I do understand both sides. But I'm wondering, mostly all the time, when there's a crisis, African Americans come together. Do you think it has anything to do with her being from Trinidad, even though she was raised most of her life here? Because, you hear that a lot of Africans, they don't rock with Black Americans, and it's growing. I mean, people from Africa really don't like African Americans, okay? But I'm wondering if that's the same thing going on with her, because she personally feels like she just doesn't have a clue. She just doesn't get it. Insensitive was a nice word to use. I feel that she feels that she's different than the rest of us. That's just my opinion. I'm not always right. I could be wrong. Also, a little piece of information that might make a difference is that this wasn't recorded, this podcast, until late 2025. They re-released it because, Nicki's been in the blogs lately. Now let's talk about the Pauls, okay? Jake Paul was very upset about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl, and this was before it even took place. He just felt like Bad Bunny wasn't a real American, and he didn't support America. So he took to his social media during the performance, and this is what he said. Purposely turning off the halftime show. Let's rally together and show big corporations they just can't do whatever they want without consequences. which equals viewerships for them. You are their benefit. Realize you have power. Turn off this halftime. A fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America, I cannot support that. Now, right off the rip, he got backlash because, number one, Puerto Ricans are American. It's just like, what? You live over there and you still don't know that? And second, it sounds really white supremacist. It really, really does. You're acting like he's not American. We shouldn't listen to his music. What's the difference between him and you? Is it the language that he speaks? Is it his culture? I mean, we all are Americans, but some people don't want to acknowledge that. And it looks like Jake was one of those people. And the actual performance itself was amazing. And this is before I knew about the Paul stuff. I found that out this morning. But when I was watching it, I turned to Perry and said, hey, it feels good to see other cultures again. Like, you just get tired of the same, like, we all live together. And I love watching other cultures. His performance was actually excellent. He brought in elements of his culture, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. Ricky Martin, Lady Gaga, it was very, very good. And in all honesty, it really seemed like Jake was a real hater. Now, this is when the story gets a little tricky. Today, his brother Logan responded to his brother, but a lot of people are saying this was a setup because they had to do something because of all the backlash that he was getting. So his brother takes to his social media and he says, I love my brother, but I don't agree with this. Puerto Ricans are Americans. See, he had to slip that in because he sounded kind of crazy yesterday. And I'm happy that they were given the opportunity to showcase the talent that comes from the island. Then Jake responds again, the problem with my tweet is the word fake being misinterpreted. He's not a fake citizen, obviously, because he's Puerto Rican. And I love Puerto Rico and all Americans who support the country. He goes on to say, to clarify, I wasn't calling anyone a fake citizen because they're from Puerto Rico. I live in Puerto Rico and I love Puerto Rico. I have used my platform to support Puerto Rico time and time again and will also do so. But if you're publicly criticizing ICE, who are doing their job and openly hating on America, I'm going to speak on it, period. That's the same reason I called out Hunter Hess. If you benefit from a country and the platform gives you, but publicly disrespect it at the same time, that's what I mean by being a fake American. And I agree, love is more powerful than hate. Love America. Now again, just like Nicki, you have two sets of people with two different opinions. Some people say, if this is America and he's allowed to say whatever he wants, then that's what he's doing. He doesn't have to like everybody or say that he loves Puerto Rico because maybe he doesn't. You're allowed to say whatever you want. It's called freedom of speech. And that's so true. And it's a very important right here in the U.S. That's what makes us different than the others. We are allowed to think, say whatever we want to. And just because I don't agree with what he said doesn't make him wrong. And then you have the other side that say, this is very much giving white supremacists, okay? Like, he's not good enough to perform at the Super Bowl because he is ethnic. It's giving ignorance, especially the fact that you didn't know that Puerto Ricans were American and you live in Puerto Rico and you didn't know that. It's also giving stupidity because on your exhibition fights, most of the time they're Hispanic or African American. You have an audience of, let's see what it is, 75% Hispanic, 30% African American, and you come on your social media and you say something as dumb as this. Yes, you have a right to say whatever you want and say how you feel. But the other side has a right to not buy your tickets anymore. Now, do I believe this little exchange that they had going on social media was planned? Absolutely. I'm thinking after he got done raging, he realized, wait a minute, did I just insult my audience? Yeah, you did. Do I think his next exhibition fight is going to be a success? No, you just insulted 80% of your audience. What African American or Hispanic person is going to buy your tickets when they remember how you feel? So freedom of speech is a tricky thing. You have the right to say whatever you want to say. That's the beauty in this country. Also, though, it doesn't mean you're not going to get any backlash. Ask Miss Minaj. However, as you know, I'm not always right. Not even half the time. I live my life through my eyes. I don't even watch boxing. That's even more insulting. I don't care about boxing. That's just my opinion on the situation. So I'll meet you down in the comments section and you can let me know your opinion about Nicki Minaj and then the Paul brothers. Until next time, bye for now.
Hell no. No. I have turned her down more times than a little bit. A shout out to the Barbs, whatever. I love all you guys. I just don't think she's a really nice human. And if I know that, I'm not going to allow you to push me in any way.